All righty, we are live on Facebook Live, and also we are on Zoom for the Anchoring Light Transmission Meditation. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. So, Barbara Sharon here, and I have not skipped any of the anchoring lights. I did them from Georgia, and also from the center last week, but I had a COVID. But guess what? I'm very happy to report that I am 100% better, and that is behind me. So that's the great news. And a large part of that was all the prayers that came my way. I want to thank everybody for keeping me in their hearts and in their minds. So, but let me talk about something. An incident actually happened yesterday, and let me tell you some dynamics regarding that I was aware of and witness to. So there was a situation where there are rules and there are rules. And what ended up happening is that a car was in a place where it was not supposed to be. And as a result of that, it had to be towed because there were other events that were taking place. And it has a big sign that says, do not park overnight, and there's rules. You're not supposed to do it. So, but one of the things in looking at this particular car, how car was parked, and everything covers has an energy, and just looking at the car, the angle it was parked, like totally oblivious to, like, just parking in and allowing somebody else to park there, just like no regard for that. So it sent off an energy about the person who parked this car. And my initial feeling about it was that, I wasn't too comfortable with the energy just by the car alone, just by the car alone. Anyway, next thing I know, later on, I understand somebody, okay, who was the person that said they're not supposed to park here. We're going to have to tow it. But this person tried to say, hey, does anybody know who the car belongs to? Because you don't want to tow a car unless you have to. So out of the goodness of their heart, they're trying to find out who might be this person. And so, of course, in that, a number of people knew that this car was going to have to be towed by the person who was talking about it. And later on in the evening, that person's tires were slashed. Now, we all light workers here go, okay, because never would that even be something that we could even, it's not even in our world. It's not in our world, but I have to tell you, it does exist. And sometimes these are unfortunately, rude awakenings to a frequency that a large portion of the population vibe in. They are still, okay, they're still working on things like revenge, things like envy, things like jealousy. Okay, so this is the difference. Okay, say somebody is successful. Okay, the higher thought form would be, oh, I went to high school with that person, whoever, whatever. Oh, look, they've measured their success. They look happy. Okay. As opposed to a lower thought form would say, well, who does he think he is? Or who does he think she is? Or I'm envious that that's success. I'm not successful yet. Okay. That is a stream of thought that the lower vibration holds. The higher vibration says, oh, wow, if that could happen to you, that could happen to me. Wow, that's so inspirational. I'm happy that you're happy. And that opens up a way that, hey, all possibilities can happen to me. Two different vibrations completely. And then you could do that on, power. Okay. Are you willing to sell your soul or not? I've seen a lot of that happen. Okay. Is that, I want that instant gratification. If I'm going to have fudge on my integrity, I know that that's not right, but I'm going to talk myself why I deserve it, even though on the deepest level of truth, it's not right. And so all I'm simply saying is this, is that it is unfortunate, but light workers And those of us, and not to judge, because everybody is where they are. And all I could say is for that person that feels that they're in that energetic, what is their life like? Are they truly happy and at peace and in grace? I don't think so. And if you're drinking a lot of alcohol, there's a club at a bar close to where the situation was, just to drink to numb yourself. Okay, that's not happiness, or that's not authenticity as to who and truly we are, because who and truly who you are is a beautiful thing. We're all beautiful. But the biggest manipulation is, okay, that we don't know it because the outside world, the world of Maya, okay, the world of Maya, as the Divine Mother showed me, is like a vat of molasses. You don't know if you're up, down, or sideways. That's how thick the illusion is. And the illusion or the program says, you're not worthy, you're not smart, nobody loves you, dot, 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 and you deserve it. Look at that. Why not just take it? Okay, it's right there in front of you. It's like, that's that chatter, okay, that is bringing these things that you do, okay, which impinges on that layer of truth and beauty that you truly are. And it chips away at it. It chips away at it until, thank God, we have forgiveness. Can you imagine if there was not forgiveness in the world? Can you imagine if we did not have a forgiving creator? We would all be done. We would all be done. And so the escape route, the way of catching up to say, okay, I know I've messed up. I know this has happened. But you know what? God is not judging you, you're judging yourself. Okay. And God is just saying, remember that I love you and you are precious, precious, beautiful. Okay. So that's how I see you. Now, those things that are moving you away from the love that I give to you, okay, that's you're doing that. Okay. And so as you become aware, okay, you begin to say, wait a minute, all right, this person who did that, perhaps later on they could look back. Have we not all looked back and said, wow, I now realize what I've done 30 years ago or 20 years ago. I could have been a better person. I could have made better decisions. We all have that. That's a growing process. So what? That person who was, I don't want to use the word victim, but the the outlashing of their anger or upsetment or whatever it is, okay, that's the opportunity for that person to forgive. Should justice be served? Yes. We have to have rules and guidelines. And so, yes, there should be like a report and that shouldn't have happened and so forth. So there's many dynamics going on in this one situation, but also too, ideally, we would pray for that person to say, I hope they become enlightened. Because when you see people who are vibing in that frequency, you automatically know they're not happy. You automatically know they're not at peace. And if anything, what you have is compassion. I said, wow, I've had a situation too where somebody lashed out at me. I was like shocked. Okay, didn't do anything, but clearly this person has some issues. For her to go into a rage over nothing, I'm like, oh my gosh, you poor thing. To myself, I didn't say that. I just didn't say anything. I just said, God bless you, and went about my business. But so this is a different way of looking at things. And I'm going to tell you something. There's going to be a lot more of this, like in our face. Light workers, we're like, oh my gosh, shock. No, well, we have to just know it is out there. Yes, we are create a certain energetic field around us. We go with more grace and ease, not perfect at all by any long shot. We most certainly have our challenges and things we have to go through. But then in looking at the outside world, okay, and seeing what that is for so many that are not even aware, they don't know, they don't know. They don't know, they don't know. At least we have an inkling as light workers as to what is going on. Okay, but others are just clueless. So I'm just saying when we see these type of dynamics or witness to it, what we do is we don't react. We would just say that we would be the ones to do whatever guidelines we are to do in that moment, of course, but come from a place of not just forgiveness, but actually praying for that person, knowing that they are trapped into a frequency band that they do not have peace or joy or happiness. And that would be a powerful thing for light workers to do, just to be witness. And I said, wow, I'm not happy with what that person did. It was a friend of mine. It's going to cause a lot of issues and headaches for that person. Okay. And it's not right. And it's against the law. Okay. However, I'm also going to say, God help, God help you. I pray for you that whatever is causing you to be this type of person, to vibe at this a level frequency, I hope you're released from that so you can find peace and happiness. That's our attitude. That's our attitude. We don't react to that. We help. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help in whatever circumstances. And I tell you what, we're going to find ourselves in lots of those circumstances. You know,
Mhm.
it's not slowing down. It's going to be speeding up. But in the meanwhile, as we go ahead and we help and we contribute, okay, then there's other great stuff that's happening too. And let's not forget the good stuff that's happening. There is good stuff that's happening. We are avoiding a global war. Why? Because we have more people on the planet who have woken up to say, wait a minute. I have power. I can say, no, I'm putting my intention, okay, to dismantle that negative thought form. I'm going to chip away at it. I'm going to chip away at it. So the higher thought forms will come in. So we just have to remember who we are, how powerful we are, and start using our God given talents and power to impact this world and bring it into the higher world vision that we all see. So with that, I'm going to say namaste. I'm going to say to our Facebook family of light, if you would like to be part of the transmission meditation, which we've been doing for 16 years, you are most certainly invited. All you need to do, you would look on our Facebook page and you would see the Anchoring Light Transmission Meditation with Baba Sharon. And all you have to do is register one time. And then you can come online. And of course, if you're local, you could come to the Cosmic Center of Spiritual Light located in Sarasota, Florida, in the United States at any time. With that, I'm going to say namaste to our Facebook Live light workers.